Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. We got a Wednesday. Actually, we got a Thursday here. Let's grab ourselves a refreshment. Get that posture cranked up. Let's get serious. We got MMA legend Joe Diesel Riggs in the house, and he's not drunk.
It's a first.
That's a first.
Not drunk.
Okay,
yet.
ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is so simple. You download it in the App Store, pick more or less on your favorite players in the NBA, NHL, UFC for the chance to win 100 times your money. Available in states like Texas, California, and 30 more plus Canada. Deposit match with code all caps Timbo. Put $100 in. They'll give you a free $100. It's the best way to watch sports. It makes it way funner. I can't bet on the UFC fights because I'll get in trouble. But if I could, there's some easy ways to make some cheddar this weekend. Look out on the Instagram and Snapchat. I'll be posting what my picks would be if I was able to do picks. And they got a free square with Justin Gaethje. If he lands over one significant strike, you win that square. So that's an easy one there. You can add that. PrizePicks, the best. And next one. Thankful for these guys. They make this podcast possible. Here we go. We got Rizz Pharma, ladies and gentlemen. And Rizz Pharma is dedicated to making prescription medications affordable for everyone, particularly targeting the uninsured and the underinsured populations. Their program aims to alleviate the financial burden of medical costs by offering over 800 plus generic medications for free at a very low cost, utilizing strategic partnerships and bulk buying power. Rizz Pharma emphasizes the importance of customer service, offering a team of experienced pharmacy professionals to assist customers with medication inquiries education. This support system is a critical component of their mission to improve lives by making medications accessible and affordable. Check it out if you want more information on that. Rizz Pharma, the guy's a good guy. He's just genuinely trying to help people. Huge fan of MMA. You'll see Rizz Pharma in the UFC cage and much more. Thank you, Rizz Pharma. All right, we got a big weekend this weekend. We'll talk about it first things first because people want to hear about it. UFC 300, iconic event here. UFC 100. Okay, there was UFC 100 way back in the day. 200.
Brock Lesnar's on that card. He main event.
Was it 100?
Yeah.
Will you pull that a little bit?
He fought Hunt that card, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over it real quick, and we'll talk about Joe Riggs picks. I got a video coming out on Friday, and it's all my picks. But we're gonna go through the card real quick with Joe Diesel, and we got Joe Diesel's wife here, Lisa, to give us some inside juice on Joe.
No.
Okay, first fight of the card. We got the early prelims. I don't know why they don't have it on there. Oh yeah, they do. We got Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt's coming off a 2-fight win streak. Little short, explosive boxer. Davison Figueiredo just got done beating Rob Font. Looked real good. Took Rob Font down, moved to half guard. He showed how good he is at jiu-jitsu. I think he's going to have a hard time taking down Cody Garbrandt because Cody Garbrandt's a good wrestler. He's very explosive, and he's a good boxer. We'll see. Is Cody Garbrandt going to come out there, start finding a jab, and have some nice, slick boxing, or is he going to sit in the pocket and slug with him? If he sits in the pocket and slugs with him, Davison Figueiredo could crack him on the lips and put him down. So I'm really a toss-up about that fight. You know those fighters much, or?
I know Garbrandt, but not the other feller.
Then we got Bobby Green, Jim Miller. Jim Miller fought on UFC 100, fought on UFC 200. Now he's about to fight on UFC 300.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Isn't that wild? He's 37-17 versus Bobby Green, 31-15. Bobby Green's coming off a bad KO. He got KO'd real bad.
Is that the one they let go on? The guy just bounced his head off the mat?
Yes. And some people, it's weird. Some people come back, like Michael Bisping came back after getting I thought he got fucking murdered.
One-handed.
But it's weird with some guys. Some guys get KO'd and it truly changes them.
100%.
But then some guys get KO'd and it's just like, it never happened.
Another day in the office. Well, some people can change their career just taking a big shot. If they've never been knocked out, it's just, I don't know. I mean, Bobby Green's been around a long time. I don't think it's going to really affect him like that.
I don't think it is either. I think he's going to have a speed advantage against Jim Miller.
Fuck yeah, he's slow.
Very slow. Longer. And I think he's going to have the wrestling to negate Jim Miller's wrestling. So if I had to pick, I know, I'll talk about the picks later, but that's what I think on that. And then we have Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. That's a sweet fight. This Jalen Turner dude is tall. There's some prize picks on that one too. That fight, Jalen Turner, you're gonna be able to make some money on that because Jalen Turner, Renato Moicano, that fight's gonna go over 7.5 minutes.
That guy he fought on a card in December. The one that Pete fought on. Pete Rodriguez.
Yes.
That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah. And then we got Aljamain Sterling, 145-pound debut versus Calvin Kattar. Great boxer, really good boxer. Aljamain Sterling's funky, long. He's going to be way stronger at 145. This is his first fight back since Sugar dropped him, and he's going up to 145. I'm curious to see if he gets it done. I think he probably will get it done is the thing.
If losing to Sean didn't really affect him too much, he should win, but you never know. Mm-hmm. Took a hammering.
How good is this matcha?
Really good.
I
was surprised.
Cold foam, the quality matcha powder, made real, some organic milk, and this is some of this cherry almond stuff. Cherry almond stuff here that our barista made.
Is that the best one you guys have?
Lisa, how are you? Welcome in. Here's your spot right here. We got the beautiful Lisa in the building. And she's coming to do. She took a peek at my nails and said, "Wow, those need some."
Oh, the hands.
Those need some tendon to. Just pop my foot up.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be doing that there.
Yes. So let's make herself comfortable. Lisa is a 3-stripe white belt, and she's a little ninja. And she's here, and she's also. Would you say you're a black belt in doing this kind of stuff, or a purple belt?
I would say about purp, almost brown type.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll continue on here. So Calvin Kattar, I think we're going to find out real early in that fight. Is Calvin going to be able to stuff his takedowns? I don't know. I think Aljo's going to come. He's an animal. He's a beast. And then we got the main card here. Aljamain Sterling. He's on the prelims.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That is.
One of the best bantamweight champions of all time on the prelims. And they got Bo Nickal opening up the main card. He's a plus 3,000.
Are you kidding me?
His opponent's a plus 3,000, so his opponent's that big of an underdog. So if you put $10 on the other kid to win, you're winning $300. So it might be not a bad little idea.
Seriously.
Bo Nickal's a beast, though.
Who is he fighting?
Cody Brundage, who's 10-5.
That's his UFC record. Or it's his overall record.
Overall record.
Is he any good?
I mean, I think he's probably obviously good, but just not on Bo Nickal's level. I think
That
Bo
kid's
Nickal's
fucking
so strong.
special.
He is. He's just one of those guys too. When the lights turn on, they show up.
And he can speak well too. That's gonna make him go farther. Mm-hmm. He's just fucking super tough.
Yes. But I'm excited to see him to get some bigger challenges here. So after this fight,
is the best guy's fought.
Probably. But this is a fight that's made for him to win.
Oh, they all are. I mean, fucking, they want him to clear the path for him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. So Bo Nickal's probably gonna win that one. Then we got Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway, and Joe seems to be real sure that that Justin's gonna knock out Max Holloway.
Hammer him.
And Max Holloway's never been knocked out or TKO'd. Try this matcha, Lisa. It's just matcha with some a little bit of little yum sauce in it.
Yum sauce. What's that?
It's just a special sauce.
It's not like the stuff they give you like at also. It's like that. It's not the dipping sauce.
No, that's not yum sauce. Okay, give him a soak. Fat little hot.
Have you ever done anybody's nails that have digital clubbing?
Cleft?
Digital clubbing. It's you never see.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, it's I love it.
You've been obsessed with that.
Nick has a terrible case of digital clubbing.
Ouch.
It's when you're. And do you have? Can you get a picture of that, honey?
No.
Or do you pull it up?
Yeah, I'll pull
it.
Yeah.
We pulled Mickey Rourke's up. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then hopefully you've seen them. I would never get my nails done if they were like that.
Have you ever, Lisa? Have you ever turned anyone down who came in and they were just looking a little too rough? That you're just like So that's digital. That's digital clubbing.
Oh, the golf ball nail.
Yes.
You've seen it?
You know, I've seen it actually.
Why would somebody go and get their nails done? They look like that.
I was watching Kill Tony. If you haven't watched Kill Tony, I got to send you an episode of this Kill Tony show. It's so good. A bunch of really good high level comedians sit on
Oh,
a panel.
I've seen little like
Little clips.
yeah,
TikToks.
or they were making Jewish comments, and one of the Jewish people in the panel stormed out in a huff.
Oh yeah, it's so good. I got to send you this last night's episode. You'll really enjoy it. Let's continue on with these fights here. We got Alex Pereira. We got Jamal Hill. He's 9 months post Achilles tear, full Achilles tear.
Really?
9 months, and he's training for
like yours.
yes.
No shit.
Training for a 5-round fight here against Alex Pereira. But you see the videos. Jamal Hill is confident, and he throws bombs.
He's from Michigan, I believe, right? I get him and the Holland mixed up.
Yes, so that's going to be an interesting fight here. If I had to guess, I hate picking these fights because I'm friends with some of these guys. I mean, acquaintances, and I like them all. So it's hard to pick them.
Do they ever say you pick against me?
No, but I mean, you got to be honest. You got to be honest with people what you think, and I don't. Just because you pick against someone doesn't mean you're a hater.
No, I've had close friends just fucking bury me on picks.
So, Lisa, you've been with Lisa for a long time. She's been through all of your fight career, which is insane. So, with total MMA fights, how many total would you say?
Right around 100. I mean, real super close.
And on Wikipedia, it says around 70.
Yeah, so it's right around. I mean, I thought it was over. It might be like 500-600, like 90, 92, something like that.
And I remember you telling me a story about when you fought Diego Sanchez. Was that for the interim belt?
No.
Okay, so you went against Diego Sanchez, and you were getting a little loose-lipped on the mic, saying "There's."
I just felt great. Yeah, it did the old Titanic call out.
Which is good. I mean, those are the fights you want.
Yeah, but when you come out boasting, strutting, everyone see you face first in the dirt.
Bro, that's MMA, and you were really confident for that fight. Like, I'm gonna knock this kid out easy.
Yeah, you know what? I started to hit the painkillers real hard then too.
Is that the beginning of them?
It was the beginning of the end. So I was already on him. At that point, I'd never taken. I took him like at night when I wasn't getting ready for fights, and then then I started taking during the day every day. Like it was so yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that's why, but yeah, it was.
No, but what happened in this fight? So he ended up knocking you out, and then you got back to the locker room, and then did you wake up back in the locker room and you went and saw Lisa, and you're like, all right, I'm ready to fight. Like the fight didn't happen.
So we were in. It was after the fight, and the first thing because Lisa was pregnant and pretty far along, and it was I thought I was going to start her, like I said, very very confident. Take one. We both land hooks at the same time, and I kind of stumble back and fall, and it broke his orbital nose, and I'm like, oh, I jump up. I don't want to be on my back because he's good from on top. So I just pop up, he lands the knee, and then I wake up and I see his feet walking away. I'm like, oh no, I've lost. I knew I was open my eyes and seeing him walk away. Wasn't good. But then when we get back, because the hotel we were at was on base, like a shitbird one, and then so I got in the shower and the steam for some reason kicked something in. I didn't feel concussed anything. And I came out of the shower and I'm like, because before we left, the cameras were there and we went down there, like the cameras were following me. I got out of the shower and I thought we were going to the fights. So I kicked the door open. I'm like, it's time to go. And then Lisa's like, you already lost. I'm like, how dare you?
You bitch.
yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm like, you know what that does to my head? How dare you? And that, like, it was fucking bad. And then called my brother. Lisa's saying I lost. He goes, well, we got lucky. I'm like, no. Yeah, it was.
That's wild.
The realization of losing again, having to swallow that bastard. And then it took like 3 hours. I'm like, okay, I'm putting it together. I don't know. I've never had that happen, but it was looking back on it, and it's funny.
Other people I've talked to that have gotten knocked out, they say they don't wake up till later that night. They don't remember anything that happened at all.
I remember I was probably out for 5 seconds. It's enough where because I'm face first in the ground. I see his feet walking by, and then that's the only time I didn't remember. I didn't know. I couldn't place. I don't know. I just never had that happen before. It was weird.
What, Lisa? Could you pull that mic a little bit closer to you? What was one of the hardest pills to swallow when Joe lost, where he was most just down in the dumps? Do you remember a certain one?
Like a certain fight?
Yeah.
She has some CTE painful stories.
I don't know. I mean,
When I was in the ICU for my brain thing, that was after a fight. I fought Jordan Mean in Canada.
Yes, sir.
And then
Jordan Mean, who was a stud.
and I had no idea who he was. But then when I came home, I had a concussion from the fight. Came home, sparred too early, got headbutted in the ring, rolled out of the ring, hit my head in the ground, and then go ahead. Honey, what happened when I came home?
When you had post-concussive syndrome?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like 4 concussions on top of each other. I remember going up to the hospital, and he didn't even remember who I was. He was stuck back in, like he was, I don't know, 18 years old. He was dating his high school girlfriend.
That's what she said.
And I swear to God. And I mean, he couldn't count to 10. He couldn't recite the alphabet. He was, President Bush was president to him at the time. And it was a mess. So that's probably one of the ones that stand out the most. It was the longest
That's
recovery.
scary.
Yeah, they said he's showing all the early signs of dementia.
Yeah.
When you hit the back of your head is when you really get fucked up, huh?
Yeah, well, because the platform of the ring was about 4 feet. Now it got headbutted, and I hit the ring floor, and then rolled. I hit the concrete floor. Oh. Lisa said I came to the door. I was knocking on ringing my doorbell at my own house, and she opened the door, and I'm blood dripping everywhere. Then the helicopter drags me off. It was one thing.
Well, then I went upstairs and you were putting your shirt on as pants.
Oh, good memories.
Hey, buddy.
Pleats.
Put your shirt on his pants.
Lisa, what did you? It's fucking terrible. And then the ambulance. She called the ambulance. And then they tried.
When you saw him putting that shirt on his pants, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I knew something was wrong. And then he tried to follow me downstairs, and I was trying to wait till the ambulance came. And then he just went just end over and down the stairs, face planted on the tile.
You said that the ambulance, they were making me walk or something like that?
Yeah, they were trying to make him walk. They were actually pretty messed up. I was like, he can't walk. He can't walk more than a step. He'll fall. And he was at the bottom of the stair at this point. They got him up, and they're like, try to walk for us. Boom. He just face plants again, started having seizure after seizure. It was
Dude, the worst part, when I was because what it was is, it wasn't my brain. I had excess brain, spinal cord fluid that was filling up my you only had, I'm not sure exactly how much cranial fluid you should have, but that's what was pushing on things in my brain. It wasn't CTE or wasn't any of that stuff. But so we didn't know that fully yet. Actually, we did know that yet. But when I was 2 days before I got out, I seduced Lisa in the hospital, and so she gives in. I'm a smooth operator. But then she admits that she felt bad, it was like taking advantage of a retard, is what she told me.
Well, it's because he wasn't like all there mentally.
Chewing on his tongue, thrusting his hips towards you.
Pointing.
What fight was it here where you started dabbling in the pain pills?
I was training to fight Matt Lindland, and I hurt my back when I was training with Jeremy Horn. And that's when I started on. And that was like, And
then who offered you your first pain pill, and you're like, wow, that feels good.
I before I got injured, like I had taken, not even from a doctor. Lisa would have surgery. I was like 18 or 19. I'd go over there, and she would just have to get her wisdom teeth out, and I would take her pills and leave her in pain like a fucking turd. Good times. It really was.
And then he replaced it with Excedrin.
God damn it, Lisa.
And then, wait, Excedrin? What's that do?
They look similar.
That's just a headache medication over the counter.
I was trying to pass
then you
it off.
started, was there a point where you were eating them just like candies all throughout the day?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest problem, because Lisa grew up with addiction, so she didn't want to be around that. So, I mean, it's something when you're an addict, you're an addict for life. But I would take that, and then I would, when I'd be going to practice, if I was at my doctor, I was saying I was at practice, and then, because I always didn't want to tell Lisa because she didn't.
So that's, a common thing for addicts. They start
For sure,
lying
100%. And then that's like the spouses of addicts. I feel the worst for them. The shit they have to go through.
Bro, the shit wives have to go through of MMA fighters, and the moods of cutting weight, and then you lose, and then you're down the dumps, and then you're training, you're tired, you're edgy. Like,
well, when I have a bad day at practice, I come home and take it out on her, just start. She's been around the sport for a long time. She fucking hates the sport.
Yeah, I can see why. You You can be the most prepared ever. You can do everything under the sun to win a fight. You're ready to go. You're better than this person, and then it could be the worst night of your life.
But with me, I before fights, I'd be just like mentally gonna do great, and then before I'm looking for the door to run out of there, you know. And then like before I fought, before we got married, I think it was UFC 100. I fought Mike Swick. That's what it was, and I didn't want to fight. I just was looking for any reason to roll out. Not again, just the anxiety to perform.
Yeah.
And then I was in the stall. I was getting ready to come out. I called Lisa on the phone. I'm like, hello. And she's like, they're calling your name to come out. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. I just didn't want to go. And then I know Mike Swick has good guillotine, so.
Put your head right here.
Yeah. Fuck it. Dude, admitting that now, because it's not like I knew I was going to do that a long time before. It's a last minute decision, you know, which I really. Fuck, I've told you that before, but nobody else. I mean, besides Lisa, obviously.
Well, it's easy for people to say they think they'd go in there and fight until you feel the pressure of a fight. And then not even that, when you're a vet and you've had fights go bad, now you're walking to that cage again, battling those demons, and it's a whole nother thing. That's why I have so much respect for these guys that, I mean, you and just these guys that have so many losses on their record that keep going and keep winning.
Someone you want in a street fight with you. You know, he's one of those motherfuckers.
I said that. Well, yeah, I mean, in shape. Well, they were hitting me with some questions on this interview, and they said, "Who do you want in a street fight?" And I just thought of that out of nowhere, but I'd want Diesel Riggs on my side.
That's it. Yep. Yeah, it's
an in shape Diesel Riggs.
Fuck, Lisa. So I'm telling Lisa, I'm like, Lisa, I'm out of control, having sex with my shirt on and whatnot. So,
with a rash guard.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's embarrassing. When you have to put your shirt on, it just gets embarrassing.
Do you get embarrassed about your tits or your love handles?
All the above. She reaches out and tries to twist on things. Yeah. It's just well this morning. I know she just had surgery too, and I'm taking advantage of her. But yeah, it sucks. But it's because I'm not. I mean, compared to normal people, I'm not. I wouldn't be embarrassed. But I mean, it's when you've trained your whole life and you know what being in shape is, and then when you slowly your tits hang, it's embarrassing.
Well, yeah, Monday I was wanting you to get a little exercise. I thought I'd do you good.
Fucking really just poked me in the side. It's because until I even feel okay with it's horrible. I don't the stress of being a lard ass is only be 2 weeks long. That's it.
Yeah, and then I know we've talked about this on the previous pod, but people need to talk about it too. There's a really good fight of Joe Riggs versus Nick Diaz, and it's a sweet boxing match. And then Joe beats him, and this is in Vegas, right? When you fought Nick Diaz. Yeah. So then they take you both to the hospital, and Nate goes with Nick, right? Yeah. And Nick's pretty pissed off about the decision, and he's cussing you out, and you're not the type to take shit like that. So you said, "Fuck you."
He came into the hospital, and I'm on a gurney. I'll admit that. I mean, because
a gurney.
Yeah, I was laying down. I was getting IV fluids because I cut a lot of weight, and then he comes in with his brother, and he's like, "Look at you! You can't even get up, you fucking pussy!" And and it started from there. Yeah, he was heated.
And then you got heated.
Yeah, because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. I mean, I was surprised that I never thought he was gonna crack me. I would never would have turned my back to that feral rabbit like that.
And then he came over and he smacked you in the back of the head.
No, he just fucking threw a looping hook around it, like where it came around, bop, knocked my tooth out, cracked it in half. I watched it fly in the air. No.
And then you got up.
Yeah, he dropped me to one knee, and like in a perfect double position. And I lifted, and that's when I took a dump off myself.
And when you lifted him, you pooped yourself.
Yeah. Thank God I was wearing my fight attire, so I still had my tights on, able to corral that nastiness.
And was Nate putting the boots to you too?
So once they had the alarm in the hospital, because we were fighting for quite a while, and then I hear him, and my hands are hurting, so I'm just elbowing him. Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Get your brother off me!" I take about 3 to the side of the head, and I was swiping at him. I was swinging like a girl at him. Because he had me pushed against the wall.
Swat at him?
Yeah. It's embarrassing. Yeah, it was good. Then Rich Franklin was standing right there with Tim Sylvia, and this little worm's cracking me, and they're just sitting there doing nothing. They're my boys.
Oh my God.
Shitbirds. But hey, it's like people. I don't know why the fuck. I've asked them many times, but sometimes you need a special person around you to do it.
So, Lisa, when Joe came to you and said he might give the Devil's Lettuce a try, what was your first thoughts? Because I remember Joe and Lisa let me live with them when I was down in the dumps, let Suge live with them when we were down in the dumps, and we tried to sneak the marijuana, and they'd smell it and start cussing you out. Were you nervous about it, or what were you thinking? Like, oh shit, last thing I need to get him addicted to is fucking Mary J?
Well, is that what the Devil's Lettuce is?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't want him to do anything. Obviously, he's already had a problem with.
He's a drug addict.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is.
He's a filthy drug addict.
And so that, anything that alters his mind in any sort of way would cause me to be concerned.
But then I slid on my designer jeans and just strutted around trying to just had her eat me.
But something about that. I mean, if you're doing that you're doing it a healthy way.
She never, like, you were a good person to talk to about it because you explained the benefits of it, and and you're still doing shit. You're not just sitting at home just fucking being a turd. That's as long as you're not doing that shit.
But here's the difference.
All right.
Fuck. This is the difference. So people who do it and they're productive and everything, that's fine. But when you have an addict's mentality like
let's
him,
pump the brakes.
No, let her talk.
I'm just kidding. Let her not now, damn it. Fuck.
When you have an addict mentality like him, it's always, it's never enough. So what else can
You
you
just want
add
to
to
get
it?
fucked up.
Exactly.
And then she finds herself next to me doing the same thing.
But the thing about that Mary J, though, is if everything else is going decent in your life, I think it puts you in a good headspace. It makes you enjoy what you have. It makes you more loving to your animals.
Yeah. It's the biggest thing why I was so afraid of things because I don't want to. I have horrible social anxiety, and I didn't want that to be, fan the flames of that. So I just lose my mind. I thought, but I was at my wit's end. Oh fuck, she's digging on that fucking finger.
Yeah. Yep. She's having a go at it. But now, have you found any of the cannabis herb that you like, Lisa, or you're not really into it? How do you feel?
No, I definitely feel like it takes my anxiety away and definitely helps just kind of relax me a little bit.
I have horrible anxiety, and her anxiety is so fucking bad.
You have bad anxiety? Horrible. What do you have anxiety about? It could be from concussions.
No, it's fucking. Why you go right for the concussions and the fucking throat? It's not because of that problem. I've always had it's social anxiety. When I'm around people, I was in Florida. Fucking, it'd been like 6 months or a year. I went to a social function like that, like a fight thing.
It's hard because you've been famous in the past and been a professional fighter for a long time and fought on TV all over the world. So when you get around people and you're like that, it's hard to just kind of be your normal self a little bit when they're looking at you and treating you a different way. Yeah,
well, I never act like somebody else, but when I have anxiety, when I'm around somebody I don't know, start doing things that are out of character, like fucking to get out of the situation, like mumbling, and which is not out of character, but I act when I'm. Have you ever just been nervous about doing something, just acting out of different how you usually act?
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. I can't control myself. I ran out of the entire show when I was up in Florida. Not ran, just slipped out without them knowing. But I couldn't. I didn't want to go back in that fucking cage and talk to those people. God, no, it's terrible. Yeah. Frightening.
And then when you do a little bit of the herb, then you calm down a bit, or do you just like to just?
Yeah, I float out there and I went out to the parking lot and just I got
dabbled.
Too stoned. So,
and then you just sit in your car and scroll TikTok politics.
yeah, that's exactly. No, I didn't. Brock Weaver came out and he was rapping, talking to me, and I'm just
another native brother.
Yeah,
you seem to get along with the native brothers good.
Well, yeah, I do. I like Brock. He was regaling me with the times of the reservation with you, and he was saying he's gonna come out here and train. But anyways, if I wasn't high, I wouldn't have. If I wouldn't have smoked, I wouldn't have been as nervous as I was. I'm not. It's fucking weird saying nervous, but then he comes out and I'm not comfortable around him. He's not like my close boy, but so then I fucking make an excuse to go over to the side of the fucking building and pee. It's just terrible. It's I credit that to the weed. I mean, I pushed it to the point where I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Lisa, have I ever told you a story when Tim was in high school? He there was the powder puff game after when you play high school football, and they depantsed Tim when he was giving a speech in front of all the cheerleaders. His little red dong came flopping out.
Full bush.
Yeah, then you belly flop.
Oh, I just fell to my side, just like. Oh,
have I told you that?
In front of all the girls in my class too.
They laugh at you.
They screamed. They screamed.
It's red.
What the fuck? It's red.
The hair, it's red. It's so blinding red. Oh, it's good.
Damn it.
How long did it take you to get over that one?
A little while. But you guys do coffee? Do you do caffeine ever, Lisa?
Yeah.
You guys have a little coffee maker at your house?
Yeah, I don't. Every day she does it. She likes, honey, what kind of coffee you like?
I like pretty much everything. I don't like super strong coffee.
She likes
Iced
coffee from
hot
Ross.
coffee, hot
Did you
tea.
get to try the coffee here yet?
Yeah, it was really good.
Which
Yeah, I
one
tried
did
it
you
the
like?
last time.
Yeah, coffee's really good here, man.
Yeah, I've been taking pride about it. I've actually found this coffee website. I'll put the link in the bio here. It's coffeegeek.com. And it talks about everything you need to know. If you're on a budget and you're wanting a good espresso machine, it talks about the best ones. It talks about how to do all these different kinds of coffee. So if you enjoy the coffee,
You started
that
you started. How long ago did you start getting on the coffee kick? Like really getting into it?
I've been into it for
Ever since. Well, I mean, not drink coffee, just starting getting into all the exotic kind of coffees, or getting your own fucking coffee place. It's. You drink coffee other than the morning as well?
I probably do one coffee in the morning, so that's 120 milligrams. And sometimes I'll do a matcha in the afternoon, and those are really light on the caffeine. Sometimes I'll do a little bit. And then sometimes I'll do a round 2 of a latte. So never really more than 240 milligrams, and it's always before like 1 p.m.
Do you measure it by milligrams? You don't?
Each shot of espresso is 60 milligrams of coffee.
Does that make just espresso shots?
Yep, that machine is the La Marzocco, and it's like a Ferrari.
What's it called?
La Marzocco.
Nice.
And it's
like
like
the Ferrari of you can say of coffee makers.
Yeah,
Nice.
It literally is. It's crazy with those things because that one was 7,000, and that was used, and
Really?
they hold their value.
Real.
So if I wanted to sell it, I could sell it for the same price.
But
cool.
it's how long will it take you to make your money back with that?
Well, we already did.
Nice.
Yeah, which I'm proud of. And I didn't really, I'm like, I'm not sure how this is going to go. We've never done anything like this, but it's made the community here, just people love hanging out.
Yeah,
reading
for
books,
sure.
doing
You guys
work.
can congregate and drink coffee together. I mean, that's for sure. It's definitely a reason people bring people closer.
Yeah. I want to bring you out to Sugar's property. He has 4 acres right now, and he's buying 2.5.
Beating on chickens.
And we're going to build a barn dominium house out there.
Well, I've heard. What the fuck is that? What is that?
It's like a high ceiling place.
Is that what people are? It's all something where somebody built something around a building, and it was like a open wide indoor structure. And was that like you understand they built it around something? Is that?
I'll have to show you some videos of it, but it should be pretty cool. Have a little compound area. This weekend we're going to Montana, and Joe, you said the Allegiant flight got canceled.
Yeah,
Is that true?
It's happened to Lisa. It happened to a lot of people. Lisa's, but yeah, that fucking airline's just horrible.
It's so bad. So now you can't go to Great Falls.
No.
God damn it.
God damn it. Well, it's when you guys leave on Thursday.
Yeah, we leave tomorrow. We leave tomorrow.
You know
10
that
a.m.
Brady, that guy was here. Fucking never mind. Shouldn't.
Oh no, he's a great kid. He seems like a nice kid. Did he enjoy his time down here?
You're fascinated by autism, aren't you?
Yeah. They're easy to get along with because they're so honest. You don't have to sit there and be like, "Oh, is this guy being honest? Is this guy a fucking little snake?" Or
yeah, for sure.
I told Joey I wish he was autistic sometimes.
God damn it!
I mean, you got to be on the spectrum a bit, or what would it be? Maybe Joey's. It could be Aspergers. Do you know what Aspergers is?
Yes, I do. It's again, it's a social aspect. They have problems. They don't understand social cues. Put a little shine on there.
No.
He's wearing a shirt and
All my
shorts like
students will be like, "What the hell? Why not put on some fucking lipstick too?" Seriously.
Yeah, well,
A little shine. People will be like, "What the fuck is this guy trying to do?" Might as well put a nose piercing in too.
That's what you want.
I should. A nose piercing with a good nose is always good.
You like both your nose would look great.
I was gonna say, if there's someone to go pierce this bad boy up,
Is that it? No, let's
just
skip
pull it, you
Let's skip
coward.
it.
Just get it done, Red.
No.
You think
I don't
you think he'll take
I don't
heat?
even. Not maybe next time. Maybe next time here.
You think he'll take heat?
Well, yeah. I don't need to be
Mocked.
fucking sparkling here when I'm trying to teach my students how to whoop ass.
I would have mocked you.
So you guys had the what? How was your first experience owning your own gym up there in Great Falls? Was it a lot, Lisa?
It was a lot. I mean, we learned a lot for sure, and the community is it's different up there. It was really hard to gauge the people that we got. There's just two sides of the spectrum. You have people that are willing to put
It's a lot like
in
the autism
everything or nothing. They want, everything for the bare minimum, or they're willing to pay a decent price and have good training, show up. The work ethic around there is just, it's not what it is here, what we were always used to seeing here. It's totally two different ways of life.
When you and Sean went up there, when you guys were at our house, when you and Shook came over in the morning, and you guys were you were like, why'd you guys come to this shithole, Lisa?
No, I didn't say that. Great Falls is my
Lisa
hometown.
was so, oh, fuck. Okay, but Lisa she's like, why'd you do this, Joe? She was so fired up.
I mean, that's why I kind of left Montana, because I was looking for people that were wanting to train to make it their life. So that's why I ended up leaving. Great Falls, small town. I mean, even here, people want things cheap. And it's hard to not just give them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're the type of person. You're like me. You'll give people too much till it's really affecting you.
And that's why it's like, well, you can't be the head guy, you can't be the head instructor, and then still being the person dealing with money.
Yeah, you can't. You have to delegate
No.
things like that. Yeah, Lisa did everything but teach and stuff, and then.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Yeah, and top coat next time, 100%. Yeah, people want to just wheel and deal, but it's like, and you feel bad because you want to give these people deals and stuff, but it's like also I spent my whole life studying this, and I'm giving it back to the people.
That's like Lisa talked to me, because I would get, because again, everything you learn the hard way. You learn by getting the shit beat out of you or whatever. So, but I mean, it's like college, but even hard.
Thank you so much.
Like it's so, but if a doctor, you have a doctor in mixed martial arts, if you want to put it like that, but a doctor, would he teach somebody, medicine for free? No, and you can't take back what you teach people. You know how many people I've taught and it's gone, like that guy Louis Lopez, that one turd from Montana. Like I put a lot of time in that little turd, and then.
Well, that's the thing about fighting. That's why I was just like so interested in being like, I want a bunch of fighters underneath me. In this last month, I've had to turn down a few UFC guys that are wanting my time, but two that. And
were they upset when you said no?
No, but it's better to be honest. Be like, yeah, come out. Yeah, I want to do it. It's like, dude, I don't have that time. But then fighters, they're the first to like. Not everyone, but they'll blame their coach first thing. You'll spend all this time. You'll give this kid privates. You'll spend your day helping this person,
dude,
and then I'm going somewhere else.
That's the biggest thing. Like if you feed a dog for 3 days, a dog will remember you for the rest of your life. If you feed a human for 3 years, he'll forget you in 3 days. They just don't care. After you've done all you can do for him, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And not everybody, but it's the people you want to surround yourself with people that are good and don't do that stuff.
It seems like the jiu-jitsu community, these guys are all have full-time jobs. They have another life. They're wanting to come in here, wanting to get better. Yeah. They're so thankful for what you teach them, and it's just like
you like spend more time with those guys.
No, I love my MMA guys too. I just have a few, but I don't want like a team of 100 guys. I do of MMA fighters that expect this amount of stuff. But I have such good coaches. Jakar coaching. You're gonna help me coach. I have a bunch of good coaches, so you can come here and get good without even talking to me.
But I mean, if you were going to be head coach of a fight team, like the lab, like John, he wears a lot of hats, and I mean but he's the kind of person that likes to come to him like
facilitate
that.
everything.
Yeah, and it's hard to fucking do. I tried to do that for a day and I lost it. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, it is.
And then you start saying, "Yeah, sounds good. Come on down." Then not showing up. That's what I would do, and I had to change that because it's fucking terrible.
And you guys did a good job with your gym too. You didn't like go into debt, $200,000 buying the most state of the art equipment.
No, but just kind of a slow. In the beginning, you spent quite a bit of money, start opening it up, and then a slow, steady drain, and then just losing money because we opened it in COVID, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was just. But when we left, we were making good money and starting to profit. I mean, profit pretty good, but then.
I'm pretty proud of you though, because I mean, you're done fighting, and once people are done fighting, they've cut weight their whole life. It's like they get fat, really fat, and you're not fat. I mean, you're a hefty.
Oh,
dude.
no,
You've been hefty your whole life.
And I was 3. Yeah, my stature never really changes, unless I'm losing weight for a fight. But it's these. When I was in Florida, I was just making a pig out of myself, and then I got in the sky. I felt a little tight in the tits, if you want to. I was right.
Yeah. So how you guys been eating now? Like, what'd you have this morning? Some Eggos?
So what, just eat some Legos?
Eggos waffles?
Oh, no, I just did a couple of little cutie oranges and then a protein shake. And then, but yeah, I have a problem eating late at night.
That's when you start going to town. Is it when you do a little of the marijuana?
No, I've been like that forever. Lisa will make something, and she'll make these. Honey, what are those pies you make? I love.
The lemon blueberry
Yeah,
pie?
so
Little pot pies?
Yeah, and not like every have a slice. Like, that's great. I'm done. At night, I'll slide in there and eat 3
So
whole
Lisa,
pies.
do you go to bed and then he wanders off to the TV and gets on his TikTok?
Here we go.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of the trouble
That's
starts.
all the trouble.
I was verbally abused this morning because I don't like fucking. I hate sampling. I sent her this thing about ADD last night, because I was reading this on ADD, after. Because it affects your life. I have it so bad it sucks. And then they were just a lot of. So I sent it to Lisa, and then trying to get some sympathy. Like, my life sucks. It's hard having ADD, but yeah, it's she hates that shit.
But he's like a kid. You have to shut the TV off, put the snacks away, go to bed. If you don't, then he'll continue to just stay out there and watch the TV until.
I remember one time
You give him an inch, takes a mile.
when I was staying at the house. I overheard. I was upstairs.
God damn it!
But Joey tried to tell Lisa, he's like, "Hey, I think Tim ate those muffins," and I did not eat those muffins, and I heard that.
How did you? Where were we at? Were you upstairs?
I was upstairs about to crawl down.
Oh yeah, because how did you fucking hear that? Have you told me this before?
I think so.
That is common.
Yeah, one thing that I used to do that too. I'd be like, I don't want to go to bed early. And I'd sit there and scroll that phone. And I'm like, that's just so bad for my fucking brain. Oh, yeah. Now we have the room set up for sleep. When we go in there, my body knows it's time to sleep. We got that chili pad, so the bed's nice and cool. And we go to bed at the same time every night.
That's so important.
You guys go to bed always together?
Always together. 10 p.m., both together. Let's go lay down. We're both tired. Our body's shut down at that time.
It's not good to go to bed. So Lisa goes to bed super early. She goes to bed around 7 o'clock.
7.
No, I go to bed at 7.
7? You're making a fool out
I
of
don't
me.
go to bed at 7. I go to bed at 8.
Okay. Honey. And sometimes 7.
Well, 8's different than 7.
But I fucking hate. And I go in there. I put her to bed. I'll rub her hip until she goes to bed, and then I'll stuff. It's fucking hell. That's the how.
And then you can't wait to go to that living room and go.
Oh no, I'm out of my phone. I just watch fucking movies.
Like Netflix.
Yeah. I'll go on YouTube on the phone and on my TV.
YouTube's the best.
Yeah, that's what I see. Like you say, and it's but I don't go flip it because I have the only social media I have is TikTok, and I just laugh at things on there. Yeah. I really get schooled in the political aspects of TikTok.
Yeah, that's where you get your goods.
You get a free education.
Yeah, but dude, there's some Tucker Carlson videos. You get your YouTube algorithm going.
Oh,
right.
They got me pegged as white supremacists. They're just sending me. I'm like, God damn it! Did you fucking spread your wings?
Well, the shit's interesting.
Oh God, yeah. It's like a freaking car crash. Well, it's like the stuff they're sending me. Because my dad was saying, watching. He goes, "That's that propaganda shit." I'm like, Dad, it is. Leave it alone. Because some of the propaganda is funny. I won't lie.
Now, what is that?
Propaganda. Propaganda is used from other countries, like when they just when they make up bullshit lies about their political opposition. It's just that's all. It's all propaganda. It's fake news, my friend. That's but it's never been.
Well, the old folks, that's all they get still is that fake news. The people that get YouTube,
Yeah,
they can get some other looks.
Old people get the hose all the time. My grandmother, honey, my grandma was getting calls from these scammers, and they said that they're putting together a team to take Joe Biden out of office. They need donations. My grandma sent a $90,000 check. Was that what she sent? How much was it?
How much?
No,
Really?
No, she sent a $40,000 check.
$40,000 check out of her savings and her retirement.
Everything gone. And then she just did it about 3 weeks ago.
My dad caught her.
She cut another $2,000 check. And it's she's the sweetest
like
woman in the
10th
world,
check.
but she believes everything.
Jesus.
They said it. They said they were putting together a team to drag Joe Biden out of office, and she was funding it. I was like,
Dude,
oh.
those emails too. I got an email yesterday that my YouTube's getting canceled because of copyright stuff. I was on the floor fucking throwing myself around. And then I read the email and it's some like
It wasn't legit.
or something.
Yeah, I'll get a letter from the IRS and I'll be on the ground. Why God? And then up to 5 or 6 years ago, before I really honed in on things, Lisa would bring me a letter. I'd hit my knees. Why?
So did you guys know when Joe was coming up making some checks? Because Joe was in the UFC probably right when you started making some decent money. Did you guys know at some point it's just TikTok till those taxes coming down on us?
Dude. Oh, I'm so embarrassed of that.
Well, dude, fighters don't know. You get
Yeah.
these checks, and it's like you got to remember,
but
40% is that gone, and you don't think about
Yeah.
that. It's like this is my money. I fought for this money.
when I was even when after because if you wait 3 years to file taxes, they'll file for you without your write-offs. That's what happened to me. That's when it's always around 1.5 million they always hit me with. You know that was a hit, and then they started dragging stuff away from me. You know it's But
did you know in the back of your
I didn't know
mind-
that. I didn't know anything. I would receive letters, and I was like, I would stick my head in the ground like an ostrich. I wouldn't, and then I would almost keep the mail from her. Back then, when we first,
You've hit a lot of mail.
yeah,
Yeah, my boy Pat Healy, I remember, and you were one who taught me about it, and then I really talked Sugar. Sugar's always been really good.
his mom's
good with
his
his
mom
money.
super taught him well. Sean, first time when he came over the house, he was like, I got $5,000, I'm good for a year,
Yeah,
and he was. He's super good with his money.
The fighters were all usually scrubby kids anyway. No one's gonna teach you how to do taxes, especially your parents. It's like Andy didn't know that you were gonna be a fighter, getting $100,000 checks, $200,000 checks, and be like,
I think it's
I had you guys to learn from.
yeah, you learn by other people's mistakes. I mean, us telling you that, did that really help you?
Oh, Pat Healy too. He's like,
Because it should serve as a cautionary tale for every fighter. Because not so much anymore. I think it still happens quite a bit, but it was a epidemic almost. I mean, every fighter was just getting fucked with taxes. They made money.
oh my God. And then was there a point where you're like, all right, fuck, and then you start sending it in quarterly or?
I just started to really cheat the IRS as much as I could. And I still do that to this day. Oh yeah, that's it.
It's a joke. Wesley Correira, remember him? Cabbage.
Fucking motherfucker. Have you seen that fight?
I've never seen that
You
fight. I
gotta
didn't know
see
you fight.
that.
If you guys don't know who this Wesley Correira Cabbage is, go ahead and just Google a picture of this guy.
Dude, he's in prison for fucking robbing people.
Is he really?
Doing robbing and raping. That's what he was doing.
Damn it.
But allegedly with the last one.
Yeah, the raping.
But he was caught red-handed with that. But dude, if you see that fight, I won that fight bottom at just the last 10 seconds of the fight. He only hit me twice.
With a left hook or?
Knee and left hook. I was exhausted. I was just a swine. But the last 20 seconds, I big pull off the cage. He's holding it with one hand. His legs right here. And then he holds, and then I go back down the fence. I remember I lock eyes with this drunk. He's like, fuck you. And then Cabbage he frames my head and then hits me at the knee.
Oh.
And then a left hook. And then I just fall to my butt. I don't even crumple.
So that was your first fight traveling too, to
Yeah.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
And then no, that was my second. It wasn't. I thought Montana was the first place.
No,
I
that's
went
later.
to.
That was a little shortly after.
Was it? It was but that was the first place. I was paid handsomely. No, I was not.
And did Lisa get to go with you to Hawaii?
No. She was in high school then. God damn it.
Whatever happened to Phil Baroni?
He's in prison in Mexico.
He got in some trouble, did he?
He murdered a Mexican national.
Jesus, did they find out why he did it? Okay, Baroni was arrested in Mexico for allegedly murdering his girlfriend in early January 2023. His girlfriend was pronounced dead after being found beaten, bruised, and bloody on the bed following an argument in which Baroni threw her inside a shower with force. Yeah. Prior to the murder, Baroni was close friend and training partner with War Machine, charged with a life sentence of multiple counts.
He would go visit that cocksucker.
Of rape, kidnapping, and Jesus. Now, are these guys just crazy fuckers already, and then the concussions just add to it?
Well, I've seen Phil rough girls up. You know, not where I would feel necessary to step in, but you're thinking like just
give him a little.
When he's alone, he's working her over. You know, and that's
fuck.
And because his dad's a fucking was a cop. He's a fucking rat. You know, he just was raised like that in New York.
That's scary.
But here's Eric. Eric's doing a documentary. The guy on Fight TV. He's doing a documentary about that, and he's working on sending me down to the prison in Mexico so I can interview him.
What?
He has no teeth left.
Let me go with you and vlog it.
Would you do it?
I'd go.
Fucking, I'd be terrified.
God, do we want to interview those guys? What do we want to interview them about? They're really pieces of shit.
That's the whole thing. Because I was thinking the same thing morally. Am I doing something bad? But you don't give them a platform to say what they want. You just because you're running the interview, you can just.
And what if he says she just fucking didn't finish my sandwich?
Like so, in the you would just sit there.
Fuck.
And honestly, I probably could reach over and beat the fuck out of him, and I wouldn't get in trouble. Because he's been beaten up, he's been hurt so many times down there. They bash his teeth in the fucking mouth.
You think?
Yeah.
Or do you think people are scared of him?
This is what Coleman. He told me that he goes over and gets a hammer. You know, and no, there's so many people down there. I mean, they're just like 50 fucking Mexicans. Yeah, they just swarm him, and they're not afraid to fight.
All right, well, the time has come, ladies and gentlemen, for this volcano here, and this was a real pain in the ass. I tell you what, doing this. I was doing this giveaway for Patreon, and each ticket, you get a ticket for how many months you've been a part of the Patreon. So some of these Patreons have been apart 56 months. So nice. I was gonna pay a friend JJ to write on each ticket, but that's thousands and thousands of tickets. There's 360 comments, and some of these tickets there's like 60.
What were you gonna give away?
I'm giving away 2 volcanoes. So I literally put each name, and this is a pain in the ass. Like I said, I put each name.
Did you really?
No, on notes and how many tickets they have. And now let's pull up a little chat GPT.
Oh, you're using that.
And I mean, I got to.
Fuck, that's like hiring a. Never mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna say randomly select a winner from this list.
You know where I was going.
Consider the number of entries. Consider the number, but below the name, the number of tickets they have. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be the first winner. Dink. Okay.
Is you doing this live?
Yeah, I told the people I was going to, because I got 2 of those nice volcanoes for sale. I mean, not for sale.
You want to look at them physically, see if they're up to snuff. You don't want to give it to some.
So, okay, the first one's Cali Body. Let me write this down. He had 40 tickets.
That's his name?
Cali Body had 40 tickets. He's the winner of the volcano. Message me on the Patreon, and I'll send that your way, brother. You're one winner. Okay, now ChatGPT's cooking up the second one here.
That motherfucker.
And I hope Cali Body isn't across the world.
So it was pretty penny sending that with.
Okay, there's a problem with my second chat request here. Let's give her another go. You ever mess around on that Chat GPT at all? Joe, you'd get obsessed with it.
I know.
You could say, write me a love story about Joe, Reese, and Lisa, and have it end really good. And it'll just write this crazy long story book about your guy's life coming up and just random shit.
Lisa thinks I'm a writer. It's just. I would take
and
it.
Say I wrote this for you, baby. Yeah, I'm fucking right.
I would lip sing and act like it was me. I would do that. If I get away with it.
This bitch isn't loading here.
Oh.
This was a huge pain in the butt, so I hope my Patreon people appreciate it. Okay, second one is Blaine, and he had 23 tickets. Blaine.
Blaine what?
That was his name. That was the name. So I'm gonna have to go on there and look. Blaine with 23 tickets. And then it was Cal and Body with 40. So, Lisa, what is Joe? Has Joe been having a tough time finding shit to do during the day? Or What does he do during the
What are you
day?
driving at?
Yes.
Lisa, God damn it.
Well, she'll give me the truth.
Yes, I speak only the truth, Joey.
Yep.
Lisa we've been married 18 years. We're together like 21, 22, and 23, honey.
Yep.
And she's never told me one single lie her entire time.
Some girl, I mean, you luck out when you
Who
find
could
girls
live up
like
to
that.
that?
You luck out when you find girls that are that genuinely, they have a good heart and they're genuinely that honest. Mariah's the same
They
way.
really love you and they want you to succeed. Yeah. That's
Mariah's the same way, and I remind myself how thankful I am for that because so many people just want that. People on these dating apps. I mean, single moms. Just you find these shitty
just
fucking
begging.
people.
I mean, there's so many there's a lot of bad men out there.
Like, imagine being single in this day and age. I can't even. I couldn't. Trying to find a partner.
I would hyperventilate going on that. I have my anxiety.
Yeah, you
so
going on a
fucking-
date. Yeah, don't mind this eye. It comes back.
Lisa, don't. Lisa would yell at me and get mad at me because my eyes. Look at me. I'm like,
I'm trying.
and then but one eye would be looking at her, and she's like, "Pay attention to me." I'm like, "What?"
Fuck.
God, and she enjoyed that. Just bring me to my knees. Fucking. I remember going in the Sears Tower. Ben was fighting. I think it was Josh Thompson. We were going to the top of the hotel, and as we got higher, my eyes started going. It was fucking embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, what else? So when you're waking up each day, you either have one thing to do, like maybe go to the grocery
Pump the
store
brakes.
once. Or,
God damn it.
well, what are you doing?
Nothing.
He has a list of things that he's got to get done.
And who makes the list?
Me.
You do?
Me. When I go to work, I tell him what he needs to
Throw
get done.
this in the laundry, maybe.
Yes.
And here's another thing. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. So do you know what makes those chores nice sometimes is a little bit of smoke.
I'll concur.
And
yes.
then you can have a good time doing the little meniscus fucking chore.
Just wait. What the hell did you say? Meniscus?
Minuscule?
Minuscule? Yeah, is that what there's
I don't even know what that means anyway.
small,
Okay.
insignificant.
Small chores.
Yeah, it's fucking. But and again, so I'm gonna tell you this, hon. I felt so when Lisa's had back surgery, so I'm like the fucking mom now because I'm making my life's just turned.
Which is good. I mean, so do you enjoy it, and do you remind yourself how lucky you are to be where you're at?
No, I hate it because she's at work,
But she probably doesn't mind it. She probably enjoys being around those people, and that's
Lisa. It's Lisa's first job, you know. I mean, and then not first job ever. Well, I mean, she's very educated. Just didn't work because of
you're fighting. She's staying home, raising
being a stay-at-home mom's hard. I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah. And now those kids are getting older. How's it been when they're getting older? Does it get stressful?
It's probably the most stressful.
I'm losing my hair by the day.
Really?
You can't. They're getting older. They're too opinionated. They have their own things. You can't keep them in your bubble and keep them safe anymore. They're out
Shut
there
up, Dad.
and can get into anything and everything. And you have to hope and pray that you've led them and taught them the right things, that they can make the right decisions when they're away from you.
And just pray and they get around a group of people that are like decent.
Like our daughter is him 100%, and it scares the hell out of me. And our son is me.
Okay,
Really?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's slow down with that. I mean, what the fuck's wrong with me? Like, you're raised by a man with a short arm. I had a terrible childhood, admittedly. So my daughter's me with a good childhood, and so the inadequacies I have, it's because of my fucking dad. No, it's not. But I've gotten, my kids don't have that, hopefully.
And now the kids are getting older. That's why I swear to God, you keep telling little Joe he's going to come in. But when he comes in, I'll make him have a good time. Dude, it's not going to be like his other shit.
It is the worst fucking thing because I see it. Because when the kids were young, like when you were staying with us, they would fight so much, but we were looking forward to when they got older, they wouldn't fight anymore. And it's fucking worse. They say
they fight with each other.
Oh yeah, even like with me and Joey, my dad left, and because my dad's like, I can't. Joey just is disrespectful to you. I'm like, well, I don't see it, and then I started watching it. Joey's just fucking rude.
Well, here's the thing though. Like little Joey's very matter of fact, and when Joey says something and doesn't do it, or says something, and little Joey can argue with him about it. He's very smart. Like he doesn't like to be challenged, and so they go
fuck
at
is
it.
that?
Especially if he gets you.
Yep.
No, well, he rarely wins in arguments. I mean, he can. If I'm going, he'll win, but fucking, he'll argue the paint off the wall. Like it doesn't matter what it is. And I love my boy, but fucking.
Does it make it fun just debating it, or is it just like, hey, don't debate it?
I could no, because I'm his father. This doesn't matter if I said fucking, the sky's fucking green. I mean, it's obviously not that. But like last night, Lisa and I were talking to the kids, and he goes. And he's like, well, you won't let me talk because I'm fucking talking to you. I'm talking at you. It's not a conversation.
About what, though?
It's usually with him not going to gym, like I said, not doing the schoolwork, being disrespectful. But he doesn't really lie. He actually doesn't lie. Jaden, we have the problem with Jaden lying. It's, and like Lisa's worried about her getting high school and being a bad girl.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't like any sports?
No, she loves volleyball.
She's really good.
Oh,
volleyball.
that's good.
But it's, I mean, and she in Montana she did two JIT tournaments and won them. She knows. I don't know if she remembers, but
She's
gotta
super.
talk
She's
close to
super
that mic.
athletic. She could really do
yeah,
anything.
she takes after me with that, her athletic prowess. But
And like with Joey, he debates you on working out.
everything fucking.
Well, not just that. It's anything. Like they could argue over science stuff. Anything that Joey knows a lot of, and he will go head to head with him.
Damn, that's pretty good though. And are you good enough with your words to make him understand? Like,
Yeah, I don't. I just sit and talk to him, but when he's fucking wrong, and he'll find a loophole around where in some other fucking dimension he's right, and then I'm like, motherfucker.
that's kind of funny.
I mean, he does it to fuck with me. I mean, he'll do it on purpose. Like my dad, he's like, Joe, he's fucking with you. I'm like, no, Dad, he's just a kid going through it, and now I think he is, because he said something last night. I just see him staring at me. I'm like, he's trying to get a fucking rise out of me.
Uh-huh.
And you remember I told you when I came downstairs and he was all puffed up and I had to take him down.
Uh-huh.
Lisa act like I fucking just murdered him, squealing.
It was horrible.
Was it?
Have you seen like a picture like that meme of a anteater?
Well, Joey knows not to hurt him bad.
I didn't hurt him.
He knows
at
him
all.
just to show him who's
At
boss.
least if when we went downstairs and he's puffed up and if I did nothing, he'd be like,
No,
I
for
run this
Joey.
house.
yeah. I'd say something, I could slap in the back of the head.
I agree that, I mean, he was in the right by making him know who's boss, but it was hard to watch as a mom.
And,
I go down
you
the
saw
fucking-
Joey puffed up, and you know it was about to go down.
Yes.
And you went and shot on him right away
But see, the thing is,
from the pipe.
It's a crossface that was licked. So
like with Big Joey, when he sees red, like it's scary.
I know. He blacks out, but
Yeah.
I don't think he would do that with someone in his family.
no, I
No,
would
but-
never discipline my kids angry.
No,
I take that back. But it's not good to.
Yeah.
And my son just hit the floor like a ton of bricks.
And
He tried to get back to his base, like he was going up. I started breaking him down the crossface, and then Lisa's and then that's why all right. But he was upset, and then if I didn't go
And
down
what did
there,
that little dust up come from?
him talking to his mom being disrespectful.
Oh, just being a little lippy.
Yeah, and he was going downstairs. Joey, come up here, and he said something. Just went through me, then looked at me and shot me.
Fuck you,
piercing down
Burnout.
the- yeah.
I'll fuck you
yeah,
up.
Yeah. Fuck you, Burnout. He's fuck. I remember you said something like that years
And
ago.
then
but-
shortly after, did you say, "I love you, son. I'm sorry"?
Yeah,
had to do
I
that."
mean, shortly
It took
after a
some
couple
time.
hours.
Yeah, it took some time.
Just
Little
to
Joey
cool
didn't
down
want
a little
anything
bit.
to do
I
with
never
it.
let a night go by without angry at my kids or them angering me. I mean, and I have to tell them I love them every.
Yeah, you can't fucking go to sleep.
No,
like
I mean,
that.
but at least if I didn't go down there and remedy that, the next altercation, he'd have 1-2'd me in the mouth, and it would have gotten violent there.
No, I mean, like I
know?
said, you were in the right for putting him in his place. It was just hard.
He still brings that up.
Well, did you say, "Son, I fucking love you," but you
Yeah,
can't do that to your mom?
and then he was talking to me as well. I said, Joey, if somebody spoke to him like that outside, I'd fucking beat their fucking teeth out.
Yeah.
And it was speaking like that too. I said, I'm never gonna hit you like that, but I mean, you're fucking way bigger than me, so I have to. I mean, I don't know if he thinks he's stronger than me or what, but he's not. Mm-hmm. And now he knows. Not now he knows, but it was. I don't know if it was traumatizing for him, but he was putting on the waterworks for his mom.
Yeah, it was probably eye opening a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Joey's strong too. He's just
He's huge.
His father.
Was he 6'2", 6'3"?
6'3.5", yeah.
250.
No, fucking $3. Yeah, Joey's, but still, even he'd run 4.940 that big. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
athletic. That's why I
athletic.
want to get him in here. It'll be good. God, I went to my barber shop. They have this little house a Frenchie bulldog that he found, and it's the sweetest fucking dog.
He found it?
Yeah, he literally found it, and it's the sweetest, coolest dog in the world.
What's
Just
his
like
name?
makes the barbershop. Let me get this story here.
God damn it.
It makes the barbershop fun.
No.
It's the sweetest, funniest dog. He went fishing this weekend at a canal, and that little puppy jumped in. It wasn't even a pup. I mean, I don't know. He might have been a couple years old.
Tell me he didn't die.
Got sucked into the fucking tube.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Bro, it made my heart like drop yesterday. I'm like sick to my stomach, dude. Like
can't
my
see
Hazel almost fucking dying from that parvo. Literally looks like she's just dying.
How's she doing?
100%.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy. You actually brought her back, dude.
It was Mariah just putting the IV in her neck, putting the ozone in her, and it just literally healed her. So
That's only the second time I've ever heard of a dog come back from that. That's nuts.
Yeah, those fucking, oh my God.
Dog
dying, nothing
Dude,
tugs
when
it worse.
Maggie died in November, and Maggie was our 12-year-old Great Dane.
Yeah, I
Fucking
remember her.
hard, man. Fucking really hard. It was super sad. Especially
Did you bring her in? Put her down?
We actually brought someone to euthanize her at the house, and then they did it twice, and then I was pulling her as I was going to bury her on the side of her house with a dog run, so we could have like some memorial, something something tangible to visit. And then
Maggie lived old, right?
She's super old for a big dog like that. But it's like I was pulling her to bury her, and she's awake. I'm like, what the fuck? It was super. That traumatized me. Oh. And then I did it again, same exact thing. And then I'm like, she's I'm not gonna put her down. That she's like fighting to live. And then that medicine made her, because she made it through the night, and then because Lisa and the kids left, I didn't want them to see that.
Peacefully went away.
No, we fucking bucking all night. It was horrible. And then the next morning, I picked her up and put her in the car, and we took her to get her put down at the vet. Terrible, horrible.
I mean, the best thing I think is just like she lived such a good long life. Yeah. Sean's having a tough time right now putting down the cow that came with his house, because he's been around that cow now for about a year and a half, and it's like,
is he really having a hard time?
The cow, yeah, the cow's friend. I sent him this Chef's Table. If you ever watch that on Netflix, you'll really love it if you're into food at all. It's all these chefs from around the world that are so passionate about their job, and they're actual black belts. And I sent him this episode about this guy who.
She cut your finger?
Yeah.
Oh God. All right, go ahead.
There's this guy who he's a butcher, and he's like a black belt butcher, and he just treats his cows so good. And then when he puts them down, it's always hard, but then it's just, you just celebrate the life they lived, and you treated them the best possible way. Chef's Table. If you watch that, you might. So
it's all about fucking butchering.
Different chefs, different cuisines, and these experts that do
they follow all the way back when they put the cows down.
What do you mean?
Like you said that the chef is involved with the cows being put down.
He's the head.
So from stem to stern, he does it all.
He feeds these cows. He does everything. He puts them down. He butchers them. He makes the steaks, serves them to people.
Oh, okay. So he's in there for the long haul. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But cows are very smart animals, and cows are one of the few animals that actually develop friendships with other cows.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'm just making that up. No, I'm serious. It's
all right. Next week, guys, we're gonna have Father Andy on. Father Andy Riggs.
I'm not. It's, whatever happens. You can't hold it against.
Whatever
me.
happens, and we'll let it rip. So, Callie Body with the 40 tickets and Blaine with the 23 tickets. Contact me, and we'll get those volcanoes sent to you. Other than that, Snapchat, Tim Welch MT, and then I'm going to do a little vlog of the weekend also, and probably put it on Patreon. Later, I'll put it on YouTube. But hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Joe. Love y'all. Bye-bye.